And so off the tip, it's New York. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Paul George is out there with Lewis. Then there's Danny Granger. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Daniels in at the 5.
Amazing just how trusted Brunson is with the basketball.
And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. Here's O'Neal. That one rolling around and rims out. Here's New York. Back to Randall. New York moving it around. From the baseline. Brunson, good.
And that's where Brunson gets a lot of his baskets. He just thrives in the mid-range.
George with the ball. Granger passes to George. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. 4-point game. Here's Hart. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson.
Scoring in rhythm there. Great to see Hart shoot it without holding back.
And here's George for 3. And the Pacers can't get it to go. The Knicks are off to a quick start here. The pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Hart. And the Knicks good for 2.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Lewis passes to O'Neal, and the jam by Jermaine O'Neal.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Yeah, the point is to score, so getting that first one, that always helps.
And Randall throws it down.
Well, Randall can get up there with the best of them. It's a quick move.
Passes it to Lewis. Takes it inside. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Randall. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And how about Randall just collecting and absorbing that hit and still fights to get his shot off.
That free throw good from Randall. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. On the wing, George. Defended by DiVincenzo. A kick out to O'Neal. On the wing, Granger. O'Neal a screen on Hart. 4 on the shot clock. Granger. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Brunson the pass to Hartenstein. Now Brunson. Back to DiVincenzo. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got 4 assists in the game. Lewis passes to Daniels. Kicks to George. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Knicks on offense. They're on a 17-6 run. Pass to Brunson. Lays it up off the glass. Brunson's got his second bucket tonight.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's Lewis. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Pass to O'Neal. Indiana needs to get a shot off. 3-pointer, Daniels. Rebounded by Hart.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Now the pass to Randall. Brunson against Lewis. And Brunson the basket on the assist from Randall. And it's 6 points here for Jalen Brunson. Pacers trail by 15. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
A minute 20 left in the first quarter. George against DiVincenzo. And George kicks to Daniels. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Pacers substitution. George McGinnis. Victor Oladipo. Down Brucey.
The Knicks leading by 15. Down low. Brunson, good. Brunson's got 8 points.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
To end the cold streak, it's blocked. There's 42 seconds left here in the first quarter. And there's another one for the Knicks.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. Hart finds Brunson. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Oladipo. Pacers trail by 19. Passes to Boucher. And once again off the mark by Indiana. On the wing, DiVincenzo. For the 3. What a play! Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last second shot. Always a feel-good moment.
And so it's the New York Knicks holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Up front, it's Randall at the 4 and Hartenstein at the 5. Jalen Brunson out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Hart in at the 3 slot. They're the group New York will start the second one. Here's Oladipo after New York gets the 3. Here's Boucher. Still scoreless. Rebounded by Hart. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. You know, Jalen Brunson, for the NBA at least, is small in stature, but his tremendous footwork enables him to operate inside and out. He says, I've tried to make my game for what I had as versatile as possible. I've got to be crafty. I'm not jumping out of the gym. I'm not racing down the floor in 2 seconds, but I'm going to keep you off balance. Kevin?
Oh, I love his game. David, I know you do as well. Hey, thank you. The Pacers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. Lewis checked in for Oladipo. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here's Brunson. The 19-footer is on the money. Brunson's got 12 in the game.
Shooting while in rhythm, Brunson now becoming troublesome.
Here's Lewis. That one good for 2.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
Now here's Brunson. He's covered closely. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%. Here's Boucher. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Lewis with the 3. Knicks with the rebound. Here's DiVincenzo. And again, it's New York.
And the coaching staff enjoying that as Randall is becoming a bit more of a facilitator.
Here's Boucher. They get a hand on it, and out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
This is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
And so here is New York. There's the pick. And he lobs it up. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Brunson operating so comfortably there in the pick and roll.
And it's Indiana's ball. Oladipo taking his time here. Granger left side. Baseline try. Bucket is good. Granger's got his first bucket of the night.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
So the wing on the left. Randall passes to Hart. From deep, Brunson. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Well, you got to respect Brunson if he's going to knock down threes like that.
Knicks lead 42-12.
Brunson against Lewis. He kicks it to Daniels. Pass to Granger. Over Hart. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
To the middle. Pass to Brunson. Takes the three. Cracks in the tray. Brunson's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And Brunson capable here of having these binges scoring the basketball.
The pass to Lewis. Wide open. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. You gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's McGinnis, and McGinnis throws it down.
Oh, get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down. Brunson against Lewis. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's got 8. Brunson no good.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now here's Randall following the miss by Danny Granger. Passes it to Hartenstein. New York moving it around. From 17 feet out, and there's another one for the Knicks.
And sometimes the simplest play is the best one. DiVincenzo made it.
Oladipo outside. Drills it from outside.
Victor Oladipo.
Oladipo's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
DiVincenzo. And again, it's New York.
DiVincenzo, not the go-to shot to be in the mid-range, but that one looked like it was in rhythm.
And the Pacers with possession here. Pass to Granger. To the paint. Here's McGinnis. And McGinnis throws it down.
Just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 24 to the inside. And Randall throws it down.
Randall getting up there, explosive vertically on that play with great timing.
There's 21 seconds left in the first half of the game. Lewis against Brunson. Puts up a deep 3. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Now Randall. The shot, no good.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Jalen Brunson has been on display for New York. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
Now, you can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
On the court for Indiana, Danny Granger out there with Jermaine O'Neal. Then it's Daniels. Then it's Lewis. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. Robinson kicks to Burks. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Burks has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Knicks.
Knicks lead 56-21.
Granger against Burks. Lewis with the three. Robinson pulls it in. And so it's New York with it. Here's Anunoby. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And the muscle that Anunoby possesses, fantastic at gutting it out through contact and finishing.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
He's knocked down 3/4 of his foul shots this season, so he's right around 75%.
Now, here's George. Scoreless thus far.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Robinson with the block.
The 7'4" wingspan of Robinson going to work on that shot, swatted away.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Inside. And two free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, easy call.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And he can't get the first one.
And George wants to compete for titles, especially considering that he's in the back half of his career.
And he's good on the second. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's McBride. Takes it off the glass. McBride's got his first points in this one.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Lewis with the three. It's rebounded by New York. Pass to McBride. Outside for Robinson. To the inside. Here's Anunoby. And the layup's good off the glass. Anunoby's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Here's McBride. Lewis covering. The dunk by Achua.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. New York City remains a basketball mecca. NYC legend and former Knick Mark Jackson always talks up the basketball environment. He says, coming up in New York, it's all about the grit, the grind, the edge, the competitiveness, the swag, the confidence, the struggle, and the embracing of the bright lights. Kevin?
Well, it's all there, and it is the biggest stage for sure. David, thanks. Outside Lewis. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Lewis has got 9.
Nice play, George creating for others, just manufacturing some points.
To the paint, here's Burks. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there, lack of communication on the backside.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Achua kicks to Anunoby. New York moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. It's rebounded by Indiana. Daniels has got his 4th rebound in this one. Kicks it out to Granger. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 8.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Anunoby against Granger from 17 feet out. And again, it's New York.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed a tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
George with no one around. And Indiana, another 3.
George with the innate ability and sense when he has to get it off quick.
Anunoby in the corner. Fires the 3, and the 3 ball is good. Anunoby's got 10 points here in the second half.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
He had to fade back on that one, but still got it to go.
Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
Now here is Robinson. Lets the 3 fly. He doesn't hit that one. And here's Indiana. Granger dishes to Lewis. And the foul on Alec Burks. That is his first foul of the game.
3rd team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 42 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 3-pointer, Granger. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 5 rebounds tonight. 3-pointer. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Here's Boosie. 15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. The pass to Anunoby. Now, here's Achua. Granger covering. Here's Burks. And there's the drive. Banked in off the glass. Burks has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And so it's the New York Knicks enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We come back right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Achua. He's out there with Mitchell Robinson. Alec Burks is out there with Anunoby. And it's McBride into the one. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Here's Nedolicki. Burks pulls it in. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for New York. Down low, Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
And so here is Indiana. Here's Boosie. That shot misses. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Pass to McBride. And another 3 for New York.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Boosie, no good. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Here's Anunoby. And again, New York with the triple.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Now here's Lewis. Into the lane. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
There's a screen by Robinson. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yeah, throw it anywhere you want. Mitchell Robinson knows what to do.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Boosie. Lewis outside. Launches a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Stolen. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Launches the 3. The rebound by McBride. Here's Burks. Driving in. Basket good. Burks has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Pass to Lewis. Robinson with the block. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. And here is Anunoby. And to get open is Robinson. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got 5 points in the quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for New York.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And they get it back. Anunoby against Artest. Clock at 4. Pass to Nedolicki. Fires away from way outside. Indiana again missing.
And if you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
So New York ends up going with the new group. A minute 50 left in the 4th quarter. Here's the floater. Lewis misses.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second. Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Here's Lewis. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Fader on the way. And O'Neal with the basket on the assist by Lewis. Lewis has got his 6th assist on the night. Randall against O'Neal. And Randall throws it down.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And so here is Indiana. Who is outside? 3-pointer. They grab their own miss. George, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And here's Brunson outside. Lewis against Brunson. A baseline J. Lewis gets the bucket.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Brunson, that's a two-pointer, and again, it's New York.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here. He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. It's good. Brunson's got 30 points.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Here's O'Neal, and again, it's Indiana converting.
And this is where O'Neal goes to work. The closer he's to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
Brunson scanning the floor. From outside the arc, offline. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports.